Yep, it's time to review the Razor Elite. What's up and welcome back to 40 Runs. How are we all doing, people? Let me know in the comments and while you're down there, tell me, do you like Skechers? Have you finally given in to me banging on about Skechers running shoes? Let me know in the comments and which ones have you got. So it's finally the time to review the Razor Elite. Now I've been teasing you guys a little bit. I've had it there and there in the studio over the last, well, what is it? Seems months now that I've had it. But it's time to finally tell you how awesome this shoe is. Okay people, so here it is, the Razor Elite. Now firstly, I was sent this shoe by Skechers. They get no control over the video. I'm not paid by Skechers or anything like that. The guys at Skechers are awesome, but they've got no control over this video. And as always, I can say what I like. The shoes on 40 Runs, they're either sent to us, loaned to us, or I buy them. These shoes were sent to me by Skechers, so I wanted to let you know. But let's do the stats and features first. Okay, so this shoe weighs 5.4 ounces in a US 9. Yes. 5.4 ounces. Let me know in the comments, do you know of a lighter shoe? I'd be very interested to know if you know of a lighter shoe. And it's like a sort of cross between a, well, like a hyper shoe and a racing flat, this thing. It is, yeah, it's got its like own little place that they've carved out. And it's quite epic, and we'll come on to why a little bit later on. So firstly, where do we start? Okay, so 5.4 ounces. If you can get it, I think it is retailing at £165. If you can get it. I don't think you can, but if you can, it'll be about £165. But that's just a guess, people, because that's what I've seen it in a few places, but that's not official. You've got this like mono mesh upper, which is like, see it? I don't know if it's coming out, but it's like, I don't know. It reminds me of Vaporwave. Doing a thing. It reminds me very much of Vaporwave, which is on here. This sort of, what was it? Get me words out. The upper on the next percent. Sometimes I lose my mind. Anyway, it feels like the upper on the Nike next percent. That's what I was trying to say. So it's a very similar feeling. It's kind of a little bit more, and it's not to be disrespectful, but it does feel a little bit more plasticky than that, I would say. The overall fit, you've got to be a little bit careful with this shoe. It is a little bit naughty. It does cut in here. So if you have a wide foot, people, be mindful of this. Now this is UK 9.5 for me, fits true to size. But I wore these with a slightly thicker sock. I made a mistake. I alternate between different socks, and I wore one of my twin skin socks by accident when I was doing it because I didn't think. I just put them on and went out and ran. And I started to feel a heat spot there because of this sort of little bit of structure on the bumper around the front here. So just be aware. You can see, look, watch my finger. It goes in and then pops out. There's like a harder element here. And if you have a slightly wider foot, or like as I said at the time, I had a slightly thicker sock, so it pushed it out, I did get a heat spot. Be aware of it. The laces, I like those stretchy sort of ones they do from Skechers, but they're really like minimalistic. The tongue is like, well, it's almost like a bit of piece of paper. It's like nothing there. There's a little bit of foam around the heel, but they've just gone for total minimalistic heel counter area. There's no structure in the heel. I say, think racing flat, people. You've got the Hyperburst midsole, so that's the nitrogen infused midsole from Skechers. So it's definitely softer than let's say a Brooks Hyperion Tempo, which has got the DNA Flash. but it is firmer than some of the other compounds out there, like a Zoom X, for example. But it's lightweight. That's what I wanted to say. That's the idea, is the process. It is so light. Watch the video I've done on Skechers, because I talk about how they make the Hyperburst. But it's super lightweight, but it's very, very responsive. Very responsive. On the outsole, you've got Goodyear rubber, which provides plenty of traction. Interesting, on this shoe, you don't have the medial piece of rubber which you have on the, and they're not up here, on the Razor 3 Plus. As you can see, I've already taken a lump out of these, so it is a little bit sensitive on the outsole, but this provides plenty of traction. The insole does not come out, for those who like to ask that question. I get asked that a lot. Why do you ask that? But anyway, the insole doesn't come out. And obviously you've got the carbon plate, so the carbon plate is front loaded, so you've got that plate there to offer that snap, and see how rigid it is. I think that is it in terms of stats and features. Okay, right, so this is a absolute wizard, this shoe. It is just magic when you're out there doing those tempo runs. Now I'm using this in those sort of faster sessions, so if I'm looking to do fartlek intervals, tempo runs, anything speed related, hill repeats, anything like that, this is where I'm going. Lightweight, fast, makes me feel awesome. This is where we go. It just snaps off your foot. You feel so light, you can really feel the sort of turnover in the shoe. It just wants you to run fast. It reminds me, bear with me, of that. It's like almost that's little brother. Now that is a fast shoe. And I'm talking about the next percent, by the way, I'm pointing up there. The next percent. It just feels like it's little brother, and it's like, feels like it's sort of training partner. It's like the two are sort of separated at birth in a way. It's because of the lightness and because of the speed that you can carry with this shoe. And I say the turnover, you just feel like you're running really fast in it. And the feeling you get is just speed, pure speed from it. And I love it. On those speed sessions, I would not wear this for anything else other than my speed sessions, because I would prefer to wear my Razor 3 Plus from Skechers. I would wear this to go and do a park run. If I was looking to smash a time at a park run, I'd stick this on. 5K, it's more stable than that because of the lower stack. So, you know, like park run, I don't know where you live with your park run, but some of them are quite windy and all that sort of stuff. This would have no problems, and you can then really get on your toes and chase after it. 10K, maybe. It would be interesting to put this up against the Meta Racer from Asics, and maybe I'll do a comparison of the two. Actually, it's not a bad shout in terms of a video, because very similar in terms of lower stack, front loaded sort of carbon plates and that sort of stuff. And I would, and the Meta Racer for me is my favourite 10K shoe. So yeah, I don't know whether I would use this for a 10K over the Meta Racer. I think the Meta Racer, which is a hard shoe anyway, would probably just edge it. But you know what, I'd probably still chase a 10K in this as well. So yeah, it's an out and out short distance speed monster. Anything over that sort of 5-10K, you're probably looking at going towards your Nikes of this world, or your Saucony Endorphin line. But yeah, if you just want a lightweight, snappy, really fast training shoe, this is the way to go. And on race day as well, it is a lot of fun. Is it as much fun as a Rocket X? Probably not. The Rocket X with the Pro Flies is that little bit more, the kickback from the foam is a little bit more sort of responsive feeling. This is just sort of out and out speed that you feel here. It's just like that. It's just that sensation of turnover as you're going through it, and it just wants you to run faster like that thing does. And that's probably the biggest compliment I can give it, and the best way to finish the videos. So yeah, it is a great shoe. It's a lot of fun. I know it's a pain in the UK to get hold of, people, but if you can get hold of it and you want something in your rotation that is that little faster shoe, that sort of nutter that sits there and goes, come on, let's go and do a park run this weekend. Let's just go and try and beat as many people at park run. This is the shoe to wear.